Hello Leo, and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self to ultimately create the life that you desire and deserve? As I do in all of my readings, I've pulled the overall energy and clarified those messages, as well as the overall theme for the reading, which we'll jump into in just a second, but I still have the tarot deck I will be pulling from, as well as the clarification deck and the advice deck I will be using to close out the reading in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember that these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So please do remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. All right, Leo, let's jump on in your recent past. You have slow it down with the Two of Wands in reverse. It feels as if the universe threw some obstacles and challenges your way in your recent past. And the purpose of it was to kind of slow you down, to get you to redirect your energy a little bit. Like kind of maybe you were heading too far in a direction you shouldn't have gone, or you needed to take care of something that you weren't really thinking of. I don't know exactly what it is, but I will say anytime there is an obstacle or a challenge that appears in my life, there's always a reason behind it. There's always a purpose behind it. And the redirection of my energy that occurs because of that obstacle and that challenge always leads me to better. But it's kind of difficult to really feel that way when you're going through it. Like, you kind of have to go through the fear and the anxiety of what's going on and kind of face those energies and those emotions, which I feel like you've kind of been in the process of doing, but also while trusting that it's all working out in a way that you will eventually, understand. Because in your current energy, you have avoid drama with the Hierophant here. So I kind of feel like you're going through the overall theme of the reading is spiritual cleansing. I was going to say like a spiritual cleansing process, maybe letting go of things that aren't really serving you, avoiding, like it's almost like the universe is trying to get you like through slowing it down, like keeping you from things getting worse in a way, almost like divine protection from a path that would have turned out worse if this like obstacle or this challenge didn't happen. And this Hierophant is about the like knowledge, wisdom that is gained through this experience and how that's going to help you move forward. So it's almost as if what you're needing to know is if this hadn't have happened, things could have actually turned out worse. So if a relationship fell apart, maybe that means that relationship would have been worse if it stayed together. Whatever the case might be, I feel like it's almost like the universe is steering you away. It's like you were headed towards kind of this black hole, and the universe is like, nah, we don't want to go that way. We want to go somewhere that's a little bit better for you. Now, probably doesn't feel like that, and depending on what you're going through, that probably, you might not see how that's possible, how you're like, how would things have been worse if that worked out? And I will say, like, a lot of the times we don't really fully understand until we get to the other side. And in your immediate future, you have protection with the Fool. So definitely divine protection leading you toward a new beginning. That's what this feels like. And this new beginning, I feel, is going to be much more in alignment with you, with your soul, with what's meant for you, with your abundance. It's probably going to be more sustainable than it would have been in the past. And, I think sometimes we just really have to be open to that in order to actually experience that positive outcome on the other side of our obstacles and our challenges. But let's start, Leo, by looking at this recent past. You have slow it down with the Two of Wands in reverse. Does Leo need to know about their recent past? Something is very ungrounding, something that made you feel very unsafe, something that made you feel like questioned your stability. And I feel like that's why there's a part of you that's like, there's no way this is happening for the better. Because I feel the energy associated with it was very challenging and difficult to handle. I just feel like, some of God's greatest gifts, some of the universe's greatest gifts are unanswered prayers. And sometimes when things don't go according to plan, it's because things wouldn't actually work out the way that we thought they would. Like we're like, oh, if things would have worked out the way that we expected, then I would be here. Things would be better. And the universe is kind of saying, no, actually, you would have been worse off than you will be when you get to where this is actually taking you. Almost as if the path that you were going down wasn't as good as it could get, or didn't have the ability to provide you with what it is that you were desiring sustainably. And so the redirection here is towards something that is sustainable, that aligns with you, that is meant for you. Because I feel like the divine protection here is hard to see, like hard to understand, but you'll see it. I know I've said this, but you'll see it when you get to where you're going. Okay, recent past for Leo. King of Wands, Sun in reverse. Taking action towards something that was actually very unfulfilling. It's like whatever this was didn't have the ability to make you happy in the way that you truly deserved. But the Hangman in reverse, holding on to it anyway. It's almost like, I don't want to say you were headed down the wrong path, because every path is the right path for us, right? We need to, sometimes in order to figure out what's really meant for us, we kind of have to figure out what isn't, and that's hard, right? Going down a path that we feel is going to be the best thing for us, and then kind of being redirected to something better can make it hard to trust ourselves, because we're like, well, I really thought that was it, but obviously I was wrong. But you didn't know, we're always doing the best we can with the information that we have at the time. And you wouldn't know what you know now if you hadn't gone down this path and you hadn't learned what you did, and now you know what you need to know moving forward to, create a better path for yourself. And I think a lot of times people look back at things that didn't work out and they're like, oh, that was a bunch of wasted time, or oh, I can't believe I went through that, shame themselves or something for certain decisions that they made. And it's like, but you were doing what you thought was right at the time, right? You were making the best decision you knew how to make with the information and resources that you had. And now you know better. And now you can move forward with that knowledge and make better decisions for yourself moving forward to lead to better outcomes. All right. What else does Sagittarius need to know about their recent past? Oh my. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Just feeling like, because it's like you were stuck in this energy of just not receiving. Because you weren't receiving what aligned with what you were desiring. It's very interesting. It's like you were in a situation that you were wanting to be better than it was. So I feel like the universe threw this redirection your way to actually lead you to something that is capable of providing you more in alignment with what you desire. Whatever this was, it might have been what you desire, but it wasn't capable of being what you desire. You might have wanted that relationship to work out, but it wasn't capable of the unconditional love you were searching for. You maybe wanted that promotion, but that promotion didn't align with the level of success and abundance that you're truly deserving of, meaning it could be better elsewhere. Whatever the case is, it's like this redirection is actually taking you to places that are better than where you would have been if things would have panned out the way that you thought that they needed to. That's why you have this avoid drama. It's like the universe is actually keeping you from things getting worse or things being not so good. But again, you might be like, how the hell is that true? All right, because the spiritual cleansing card, it's like cleansing your energy of things that aren't serving you, that are adding more negativity to your energy than positivity. Current energy here for Leo. What does Leo need to know? Opportunities you can't see yet. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. There are opportunities you can't see yet. You're being led toward them. So you need to know that it's like the path isn't closed. You've hit like a detour or a roadblock, not like a road closure. If that makes sense. Like if something didn't pan out, it's not that it can't. It's that it needs to pan out in a way that's a little bit different than you expected. So there are better opportunities that are available for you, but with them in reverse, they're not yet ready to come to fruition. Like, you're not fully aligned with them yet in some way. And I feel like that's because there's a need to learn. Like, if you don't learn and understand why things had to happen, why things fell apart, why things didn't work out, why you were redirected, you run the risk of repeating those same mistakes. So the universe isn't going to bring you what's truly meant for you if you approach with the same mindset. So everything that has fallen apart gives us an opportunity to learn and grow and heal and evolve so that we can approach from a different place and therefore create a different outcome. But until we learn from what hasn't worked, the universe will not bring us what is meant for us, because it will not. That's why what is meant for you will never pass you, is because the universe will not bring you what it is that is truly meant for you until you are the person that can both attract it and sustain it. So you're still, I think that right now you're in this period of kind of learning from your past, understanding why things didn't work out. And through that wisdom that's being acquired, you're going to take that moving forward to create a better, a new beginning here, which is going to lead to a better outcome. Feeling a little hopeless. The Magician. I feel like you feel like you're, maybe further from what it is that you desire. Like maybe you were getting closer, but now you feel further. I feel like you're really doubting whether or not whatever it is that you're looking for here, whether it's love, financial abundance, I feel like you're really doubting whether or not those things are ever going to come into fruition. And that hopelessness, I get it. It's hard. It's difficult because sometimes, we feel like we're doing the best we can and we're getting nowhere. And you can start to doubt the path altogether. But it doesn't mean that the path is wrong. It just means that it's taking longer than we expected, or we're having to go a different way than we expected. But it doesn't mean that it's not going to pan out. In fact, I feel like this new beginning that you're looking for, like it's protected. It's meant for you. The only person that can get in your way between you and this is you. And so the cool thing about that is that you have control over creating it. You just have to be willing to look within and figure out what you need to do so that you can create it. You have more control and power than you think here. What else does Leo need to know about their current energy? A lot of anxiety here. And it's coming from a place of control. I feel like there is a lot out of your control, and there's not, much you can do to move things along faster or make things different. And I think that what you need to know is that everything is taken care of. Like you're taken care of. Your needs are taken care of. You're supported. The universe has you here, has your back. And leaning into that support is going to create, we experience the support of the universe to the extent that we lean on it, that we believe in it, that we show up in that energy. And the more that we can, keep taking steps forward, regardless of the fear, the doubt, the anxiety, the insecurity, and keep trusting, the more that we create it. Most people actually give up the closer they get to manifesting or creating or receiving or whatever the case is, because that fear and that doubt is so loud that they believe it and they fall back into their comfort zone and they choose to go back to things that aren't really serving them, which is going to lead to the same thing over and over again. If we choose paths that don't serve us, things are going to fall apart because the universe will not let you settle where you're not meant to settle. So it won't allow you to stay in places that you don't belong in a sustainable way. So, and that's kind of what this feels like, is this wasn't fulfilling. This wasn't what truly aligned with your soul, what truly aligned with what you were deserving of. So the universe had to pull you away from these experiences so that things didn't get worse, so that you could be led to what is truly meant for you. But again, if you don't learn from those experiences, like really ask yourself, why wasn't this meant for me? Why didn't that work out? And what is the lesson behind it, so that you can make sure that you take that knowledge and that wisdom and you apply it moving forward, like we've talked about. But I think that we have to be willing in that process to trust the process, to let go of our control, to let go of needing to have all the answers, to let go of needing to know exactly how things are going to turn out, and just trust that everything is happening for a reason. And trust me, I know how hard it is to do that. It is not an easy thing to do, but it's only going to lead you to better places than your fear would. If you act from a place of fear and you allow that anxiety to dictate your decision making, well, then you're going to create more of the same. But if you come from this place of faith that the universe is actually protecting you and guiding you and leading you towards something better, then you can create better for yourself. You're being cleansed of what's actually been holding you back from the good. This is actually a good thing that's happening in your life. It just doesn't feel like it. And I'm not saying it needs to feel like it. You don't have to fully trust me on that, but you can, the more you lean into that belief, the easier it's going to be to, handle everything that's kind of being thrown at you right now. All right, what does Leo need to know moving forward? And know, you just need to know that you're protected, you're supported, you're going to have everything you need, you're going to get to where you're trying to go. It's going to be okay. I feel like I've been saying that in a lot of readings recently. You're going to be okay. It's going to be okay. What does Leo need to know moving forward? Because there is some anxiety in your current energy here. Some stress. Maybe a lot of it. What does Leo need to know moving forward? The Nine of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords and the Temperance here. And then the World. In the moments of doubt and insecurity and when it feels like things are just not working out for us, when we are willing to take steps in faith, that is actively where we create the life that we deserve and desire. When we are faced with redirection and we surrender to that redirection and allow it to teach us what it needs to, when we face obstacles and trust that we have a solution available to us and we're open to creative opportunities and solutions to create those things, that's where we manifest what it is that we're trying to. So understand that manifestation isn't about wishing, praying, hoping, and something appearing. It's about unwavering commitment to creating a better life for yourself and showing up for that life every single day in the best way that you know how. And that's hard to do when you're facing doubt and obstacles and all those things. But, I definitely feel like this redirection that's taking place here, it's leading you to wish fulfillment. It's just that you need to be, with the Queen of Swords, open-minded about what that's going to look like and patient when it comes to when that's going to unfold. So being open-minded about what it looks like, how it's going to unfold, and when it's going to happen. And kind of surrendering to the experience of the journey, because I do definitely feel like you're coming out of a cycle of some sort, and you might not fully realize it, but I do definitely feel like you're in the process of learning what you need to so you can close out that cycle for good. The universe will not let you take this cycle into your wish fulfillment. So understanding what the cycle was, what it was trying to teach you, that will allow you to close that out so you can leave it behind you and move forward to this Nine of Pentacles here, this wish fulfillment. It's a very abundant new beginning that you're headed toward. What does Leo need to know moving forward? The Judgment. It's like you'll understand the Judgment. You'll see the truth. You'll understand when you get there. Hindsight is always 20/20. And when we get to where we're always going, we're usually able to look back and say, I see why that had to happen that way. I see why that didn't work out. And I see what that was leading me to. And I see what I had to learn and why I had to learn it. And how what I learned led me to where I am. But it's not so easy in the middle of the journey. But it's important to lean on that belief in the middle of the journey so you don't give up on the journey. So you don't fall back to old habits, to old patterns, to old cycles, and allow those to continue to repeat. Now, we will repeat old cycles as many times as we need to. It doesn't mean that you will ever miss out on the opportunity to create a better life for yourself. The opportunity for you to be loved, happy, abundant, successful, fulfilled, all of that, those opportunities will always exist. You will never run out of them. You will never miss your chance at living the life that you truly desire. But every time you repeat a cycle, you obviously keep yourself from those outcomes that you're truly looking for. So that's why the universe is like, hey, we're slowing down here. We're slowing your energy down, throwing obstacles and challenges your way so that you stop repeating the cycle, so you can get out of this and into a new beginning that is going to allow you to sustain the abundance that we have available for you. But we're not going to bring you what's meant for you because we don't want you to sabotage it away. We don't want you to bring this cycle into it and it ends up, it ends up not being what it is that it's meant to be for you. So nothing that's meant for you will ever pass you because the universe will not bring it to you until you're the person that can attract it and sustain it. I mean, you have the Temperance and the Ten of Pentacles right here. Like, you are definitely headed towards a very abundant new beginning. But at the same time, you have to learn from what's gone down in the past. So as long as you're focusing on that, the lessons, the healing, all the things that we talk about all the time on this channel, and just in the spiritual community in general, then you're going to be just fine. You're allowed to be anxious. You're allowed to be nervous. You're allowed to second guess. You're allowed to feel whatever it is that you need to feel. But I encourage you to not allow that anxiety, that fear, that second guessing to determine what you do next. Try to act from a place of belief that you are being supported and being led to your highest good here, as hard as it might be. All right, what else does Leo need to know moving forward? These messages are coming through freaking clear as day here. Ace of Wands, strength. I mean, this is confident action, which leads to redirection. It's almost like you're at this crossroads in your path here, Leo, and you have this option to either choose to lean on the belief that the universe, because did I see the moon? Yeah. It's like the moon versus the strength. It's like you can either choose to have faith that the universe is supporting you, that you're being guided, take a step into the unknown, or you can choose your fear, choose to believe that things are never going to work out for you, that you need to have as much control as possible, that you're not supported by the universe, and that's going to dictate your outcome. This new beginning, this abundance is available for you, but you have to choose it. You have to be willing to commit to it. You have to be willing to create it, which is not always easy to do. Trust me, I know. I feel like I've said that a million times in this reading, but the universe is really asking you to trust that what's left your life, or however you've been redirected, that it's happening to get you to a place of abundance, not to keep you from it. That's why I have the spiritual cleansing here. So I do feel like this is about, taking action from a place of faith. And that comes, having faith in the universe is a direct correlation to the level of faith and confidence you have within yourself. If you trust yourself, if you trust that you are deserving and capable and all the things, then you're going to take different action. But if you don't believe those things, then you're going to, act from a place of fear, this belief that you're not deserving, that you're not lovable, the universe isn't supporting you. And that whatever one you choose, you are going to be 100% correct. If you act from a place of believing that you are not good enough or not supported or not lovable, you are going to experience a reality that directly reflects that back at you. If you are going to take action believing that you are supported, lovable, and good enough and all the things, then you will experience reality that reflects that back at you. So it does. It feels like you're at this crossroad in your life. The universe is saying trust, that things are working out in a way that you might not be able to see yet, and take action from that place of faith. And it doesn't need to be like big action, but just making decisions from that place. And letting go of things that aren't serving you will all open up your energy to things that can. Because remember, there are opportunities that you might not be able to see yet, but these opportunities cannot come into your life until you fully close out old cycles, because we only have so much energy to expend. If we're expending our energy to things that aren't serving us, we are taking up energy that could be used for things that are meant to serve us. So if you're caught up in toxic relationship cycles or toxic friendships or toxic work environments, if you are spending your time and energy in those places, you are blocking yourself from what's truly meant for you. Now, we do that because we feel we have to, right? So much of the time we settle for less than what is actually possible for us because we think that that's as good as it can get. Again, that's making decisions from a place of fear versus making decisions from a place of faith, believing that things can get better for you, being willing to walk away from things that aren't serving you, that are creating more drama and negativity in your life, and allowing those things to go so that you can open the door for the things that can bring you joy and happiness and abundance and all of the things that you deserve. All right, Leo, we are going to hop on over to the extended. This was talking about what you need to know right now. The extended is focused on what you can do right now to ensure you're moving forward in alignment with your higher self. Thank you so much, Leo, as always, for your support of my channel. I do obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, Leo, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Leo.